Hello everyone and welcome back to a new sit-down video. As you may have seen in the caption, I am going to talk about my time in Paris at IstitutoMarangoni, and I kind of wanted to tell you something about the course, so the things we did, what course I took, but also a bit about actually living in Paris for 3 weeks and yeah, just my overall experience. Okay, so the course I took was called Fashion Followers, Social Media and Blogging. I think that's the proper name of the course, and basically it actually was what the name says. It was about yeah, how to use social media for your brand or for yourself as a brand, and how to use it in the best way to actually, you know, reach your target audience, and yeah, which kind of channels you should use and how you should use them, and so on. Yeah, we had different classes. So we also had marketing classes where we talked a bit more about numbers, about fashion on the internet in general. So for example, how many people actually buy fashion online, how it differs between high street and luxury items, and how it obviously differs over the world. So which countries are more likely to buy online, and which countries are less likely to buy online. And what was very surprising to me is that actually most of the people still like to shop in store. And I mean, I'm a person like that, even though I order stuff online, but that's just, you know, things that I think I can only get online here where I live. But still, I'm a person who really likes to go shopping and to be in store and to just have the overall experience. So it was very surprising to me to see that apparently a lot of people still like doing that, because from my perspective at least, I see more people buying things online than in store. And I always thought that I was one of the few millennials that still like the store experience. But yeah, of course that differs in terms of if you sell luxury items or high street items or even discount items. It all depends on what you stand for and what kind of audience you want to reach. But still, I mean, we also talked about a lot of brands like Chanel who don't really have an online store. Like, you can go on the page and you can look at the new collection. You can look at accessories more closely, because like on the Chanel website, I don't know if you know, but on the Chanel website, if you want to look at the ready-to-wear items, you only have the runway looks basically, but if you're looking for shoes or bags or accessories in general, you can find them as an actual item, like a specific item, like it's on other online stores. So yeah, we talked about that. We talked about why specific brands do that, if it makes sense, because I mean, the reason brands do that is to stay exclusive. So that means you have to go to the store. That means that the number of people who buy the things is more concentrated, let's say, and you actually have to go somewhere to get it. So it makes to get an item from, let's say, Chanel, it makes it more exclusive basically. And Chanel has been able to do that, but let's say that long term that won't work anymore, because people want to be able to buy Chanel, and if they're not able to buy Chanel, I mean, let's face it, the thing is about a brand is that you buy the brand and the experience that comes with the brand. If you look at the current collections, you'll see, I mean, better example. If you think back to when Balenciaga brought out the Triple S, that kind of launched the ugly sneaker trend, and suddenly everyone was doing that. So I mean, either you could have bought the Triple S, but you could have bought any other sneaker. You could have bought the Gucci, the Prada, the Acne. You could have bought whatever sneaker, and in the end, you would have had a similar product. But what makes you actually choose a specific item of a specific brand is the brand. So the brand identity, what the brand tells you, what the brand makes you feel, kind of. That's why, of course, fashion shows and advertisements and the Instagram page and everything are super important nowadays, because they tell you, they tell you who they are, and they can choose who they want to be, and in that way they can choose their target audience. You know, we have had many brands who changed, especially now in the last couple of seasons, that changed their identity. Just think of Selene and New Selene. I mean, that was a brand identity change. They deleted everything that had ever been there before, and tried to create this new brand identity. Also, Bottega Veneta, of course. If you go on the Instagram account, you only have the kind of the new. If you go on the new Bottega, I think the Instagram name is called New Bottega. But if you go on the Instagram page, you'll see that there's nothing, not one item or one picture from the old collections, but you always just see the new Bottega. So the new image you're trying to create. Okay, all of this talking just to tell you that when you buy an item, you buy the brand, you buy the brand identity, you think you'll feel, or maybe it makes you feel the way that the brand wants you to feel, or tells you that you will feel if you're part of the community. So if you're part of the Gucci community, or the Louis Vuitton, or the whatever. Okay, so and that's the thing, because if people want to buy Chanel, and I mean Chanel has a very specific image, and kind of a unique image, but I mean you can still find similar things in other brands' collections. So if Chanel continues that way and continues to say, no, we'll only sell in store, I'm not saying that they're not going to sell things anymore, because it's still Chanel. I mean, it's not going to change, but still, maybe people who would have bought something from Chanel online are like, I can't buy this, let's see if I can find something similar, still similar price and quality and shape and colors and whatever, and I'll just buy that, you know. So there's potential customers who they can't reach. I mean, that's still a strategy, but still, and the next couple of years will show us if it's gonna work, or if they have to change something, you know. Yeah, so that was one part. Of course, we talked about a lot more, but I don't want to stumble on for 3 hours to tell you every little detail of the classes. But marketing was a huge part of that, especially in the first week. Another very interesting class was a kind of a, let's say, brand creating class. And so we were divided in groups, and then we had to come up with a brand idea. And the aim of this class was to just kind of, you know, bring out there the brand and do all the media strategy for the brand and all the content creation. So my group and we decided to have a brand. I mean, it's still an imaginary thing. I mean, it's not a real brand. We didn't actually create the product, but still. Our brand was a sustainable women's fashion brand, and it's called Aconte. And yeah, so we kind of presented this brand on several social media platforms. So we created our Instagram account, which you can take a look at. As I said, it's not a real brand, but maybe one day I can make something out of that. But still, I mean, you can look at it so that you kind of have something to look at while I talk, so that you understand more what I'm talking about, because I think that like this, it's a little abstract. But we created an Instagram page where we talked a bit about our brand and tried to present our brand. And yeah, then we had a what else did we do? Oh, we had a TikTok account. And I mean, maybe it's like I'm not the generation for that, I guess, but I don't feel like TikTok is a platform that will reach the kind of target audience I'm trying to reach. I think maybe it's more for younger people, and it's not for fashion. That's my opinion. Our teacher on the other side thought that TikTok was the next big thing after Instagram, because I mean, of course, let's face it, Instagram is not gonna be there forever, especially now. Well, now it's been owned by Facebook for some time now, but still, I mean, if you ask me, Facebook will buy TikTok, so whatever. But still, so we kind of made a TikTok video. Then what else did we make? We made a podcast that was actually pretty fun. Yeah, and then there was a girl who actually has a brand already. It's a swimwear brand in Argentina. And for her, we kind of made like a YouTube, like an interview, and that we put on YouTube, where we created a blog post for, and so on. So that class was all about content creation, like only that, and for your brand, creating a brand strategy, and so on. So that was really, really fun. The teacher was really cool, and yeah, we had a great time there. Then we kind of had like some seminars that were really interesting, but only that was just one lesson. For example, we talked with an influencer, with a French Parisian influencer. She was there because she was at she did her bachelor at Marangoni, and yeah, so she kind of came to us, and she talked about what she does and how she became an influencer. I mean, she is a micro influencer that starts at I think 3,000 followers. I'm not really sure about that. I can't really remember. I have my notes somewhere, but I kind of wanted to do this spontaneously. I mean, I don't think you actually want to know the details. If you do, you can comment below and I can answer it in a comment maybe, but yeah. So where was I don't remember. Oh yeah, micro influencers, and then you have the nano, I think, or maybe that's nano, I don't remember, but still, like, to bring it to the point, that the macro influencers, so the ones who have millions of followers, now aren't as reached out for collaborations and stuff as they were before, because, and that's really interesting, and it really makes sense to me as like from a marketing point of view, because they don't have a really concentrated audience. So people who have millions of followers have all kinds of people following them because they're really famous. So there's like all kinds of people following them that don't actually maybe see themselves or can relate to the follower can't actually relate to the influencer, but they follow them because they're famous and they just want to know what's going on, or just to follow them or whatever. On the other hand, if you follow smaller influencer, I guess, you're most likely to identify yourself with the influencer. So you follow someone who you like, whose style you like, whose pictures you like, whose lifestyle you like, whatever. And so you identify with that person a lot more than with a huge influencer. So what the brands want to do is to, of course, they cost a lot less. Like a small influencer will ask for less money than a huge influencer, you know? So for the brand who wants to have a collaboration with an influencer, it makes sense because less money you have to spend and a lot more concentrated audience you can reach. So that means that if I don't know, whatever brand sees that an influencer also identifies with the brand, so that's also like, that's kind of a triangle, will reach out to a smaller influencer to for a collaboration, because that way they know, okay, this will actually reach the people I want to reach as a brand. So, you know, the brand wants to reach a customer, here's the influencer, and that's a much easier way than to just, like, you know, spread your money and give it to a huge influencer who will only maybe where the percentage of your target in the overall group of followers is really tiny. So let's say you're a sustainable brand, you have a collaboration with a huge influencer, maybe 5%, or I don't know, less, I mean, that's just a number I'm throwing out there, of that influencer's followers are actually interested in your product. Whereas if you have a collaboration with an influencer that is also very maybe engaged in environmental issues, or says that he or she lives very sustainable, or that is very into sustainable fashion or whatever, you'll know that audience, like the percentage of the followers that you're actually interested in will be a lot bigger, like let's say 60-70%. Still random numbers, but to kind of make a point here, I think you know where I'm trying to go, and I've been talking for 70 minutes. It's like way too long. I'm really sorry. Let's skip to the next part. So the next part is, okay, so there were these classes. This was one class with the influencer, then there was a class about kind of styling, then there was a class about filmmaking that was super interesting. I love that. Really, it's like awesome. Then there was actually a class that was actually about brand identity. So we looked at, like, not our brand identity, like not that one class, but like brands that are already out there and how they show it in their advertisement, for example. So we looked at, I mean, you can look at it, it's called l'Odyssée des Quartiers. I'm sorry, French people, if there's anyone French out there watching this, I'm really sorry if I don't pronounce it right. I mean, I'm really trying, I really want to learn French, but still, okay. So, right, so, I mean, you can watch it on YouTube, it's on YouTube, the advertisement, but it showed kind of the history of Cartier. Let's put it that way. I mean, I could go a lot more into detail, but I know that I'm talking way too much. And I'm talking really fast, so okay. And you can see there, yeah, kind of like the video is a whole story that's kind of like a travel story in specific countries. And in the video you see specific symbols that are related to Cartier. What this video does, we did the same thing with Chanel, but I thought that the Cartier video was a lot more specific because right now Brazil, Russia, China and India are the like emerging countries, okay? So what Cartier did was, okay, Russia, India, okay, Asia, China as well in the video actually. Let's show them that we are a brand that has a deep connection with their country. So what they did was to show how Cartier is related in their history to Russia, India, and China, and then the trip ends in Paris. And yeah, so they kind of do this in this video, and it's a super inspiring video, and it's like, you know, it's for that target specifically. I mean, for European, it's really pretty to look at, and it's very inspiring, and it makes you want to buy everything from Cartier because it's also pretty. But yeah, for those countries, it's like, because they're now going into the market there. Well, they've been there, but you know, the target audience there, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so they want to be more present there. They want to tell you, you know, there's so many jewelry brands and high-end jewelry brands, but you should buy Cartier because we have a connection to your country. So you, as a customer from that country, have a deep connection with the brand. So that's kind of what they want to tell you. But still, look at the video and you will understand what I'm talking about. I'm really just trying, because I think it's not helpful if I just say, okay, we had that class and that class and that class, but I think it's also nice to kind of tell you what I learned, so that, I mean, maybe you can learn something. I don't know, maybe you already know everything, I don't know, but still I think it's nicer to share some details as well. So yeah, and then so there were other classes, of course, but then the most important class, as well, exam wise, I mean, we also had an Instagram class. I wanted to say that because, you know, obvious. So and then the most important class, exam wise, was a class where we created our blog. So I don't know if you guys know, but I already have a blog where I haven't actually been posting, but I want to do that more now. So you'll also find this video and the video I posted before this one on the blog, and just a little more. You know, I'll just like write a little about it, because I love writing, and yeah, I think it's a kind of a good way to combine both. So on my blog you'll also find this video. I mean, you're already watching it here, but then you'll find maybe some more details on the blog. And yeah, so right, but we had to create a new blog. So I made a new blog. I can also put the link down below. I don't know if it's interesting for you, because it doesn't actually have content. It just kind of shows what the content would be if it was a real blog. But still, we had Photoshop classes for that, that were kind of helpful, I guess. I mean, we didn't have time to learn everything about Photoshop, but I mean, I'm not really, the only thing I ever did with Photoshop was in my first internship, and I was just thrown in there to create like some like templates and like logos and stuff. So I mean, I'm not very familiar with all the Photoshop stuff, but I want to learn more, and that class was a good beginning, or a good starting point. And yeah, so we had that, and then we just created our blog, and our exam was that blog, the blog identity, and to just kind of make a presentation, show the blog, but also talk about, yeah, what is a blog about, why is it special, why is it blah blah blah, what am I going to talk about. My blog, for example, was about like society issues represented in fashion. I don't know if it makes sense, but to talk about, yeah, kind of issues, but like also feminism and equality in general, like all things that are really important to me, but to also show the relation these topics have in fashion, and to make you understand maybe a little more Victor and Rolf, for example, their fashion show. was it 1 season ago, 2 seasons ago? No, I really don't know. But like, you've all seen them, the dresses, you know, that had like big things written on, like big statements written on. I don't know if you know what I mean. Maybe I will just insert a picture somewhere, I don't know, so that you know what I'm talking about if you don't know now. So that's an obvious example, but then also the Tom Brown fashion show, you know, where it was very gender fluid. I loved two styles that were basically the same pattern, but once it was worn by a male model and once by the female model, and the female model was wearing pants and the male model was wearing a skirt, and I love that. And I mean, you can like or don't like it. I mean, I'm not saying that men should wear a skirt. I'm not saying my boyfriend should wear a skirt. I mean, if he wants to, he can do that, but it's not about, you know, maybe liking the thing per se, but to understand the message behind that. And that's the important thing. I mean, you don't have to like the outfit as a man. It's not like you have to say, oh, I would really want to wear a skirt now. No, that's not the point. The point is the point and statement the designer is making by doing that. So yeah, so those were a couple of things that I put on there, and that's kind of what I want to talk about. So maybe political issues, let's call them like that, related to fashion. So that was it, like topic wise. Now really quickly and really compressed, want to talk about the experience at school actually. And I must say I was so happy and I really loved it. I mean, if you're thinking about going there, please do. Seriously, I could not recommend it enough. And it's not like I have like some, like, I don't know, people like telling me what to say or whatever. It's really my honest opinion. And there's things that I didn't like, and I mean, that's obvious. For example, I didn't like that you couldn't, like, that's like stupid things, but like the elevators sucked. I'm starting with the negative things so that I remember to say them, even if they're not like important things to me, because I still thought that the experience was amazing. But I still think that if there are things that are not working, like at a school where you pay that much money, I guess, I mean, you should address them. So that's just what I'm saying. What made it maybe less comfortable for me to go there, but it's really just like teeny tiny things. For example, the elevator sucked. Like, honestly, you took like 3 hours to get like to the 3rd floor. It really sucked. And like, it's like, it has, I think the building has 7 floors, so I really don't want to walk, especially if I had lunch for, I don't know, I had to really like force my lunch into me because I didn't have enough time. And then I really don't want to walk the stairs, especially if I smoked a cigarette right before. Like, I really don't. Second thing, the classes were too long. You have 2.5-hour classes and you have 15 minutes in between, but some people just forget about the break. Some people give you only 10 minutes. I think it's just too long. And then in between classes, you have also a 15-minute break. So it's like really, really long, and you have a super long day if you go there at 8:30 in the morning and go at 5:15 p.m. It's a really long day if you think about only 15-minute breaks if you get them. And I think 1 hour lunch break, which still isn't enough for, I think, no, it's just not enough, I guess, but whatever. Then the vending machine, you couldn't use your card, and then like the first days I was like super scared that my card wasn't working because I tried to pay there but I couldn't. But then it was just a machine, so I think that's something you should fix. I mean, that's all things like at a normal uni I would say like, yeah, whatever, like, no, whatever, but like it still sucks, but it's like, I mean, whatever. But like if you pay a lot of money, you just, and especially me, I'm like a person, I never have cash, like ever. So it was really important for me, but whatever. And then what I really didn't like, and it's not because the people were rude, because they weren't, but like downstairs you kind of get in and you have to scan your card, and the people down there, like there were like two people sitting at the reception kind of, and they never said hi or bye. And maybe that's just me, but for me it's so important. I mean, it's really not hard to just say hello or good morning or whatever, and then just say goodbye if you see people leaving. And I'm like the kind of person who will get really pissed because of that and like shout hi every morning. And maybe that was annoying, but I think that, I mean, that's super important because it's the first impression someone who walks into the school gets. And I think, it's just like a respect thing, and it's just like unpolite to not say hello. I really like, that's something that really bothers me and that I noticed. And I kind of like tried, I like kind of walked in and didn't say hi at first to see if they would say hi, but they never did. So then I said hi, but like, I don't understand, just say hello, like just look up and say hello, or smile at me. If you don't want to talk, just smile at me. But like, that was a thing that I really didn't like. Other than that, I was super happy, really super happy. The teachers were amazing. They were like there were people where you knew they knew what they were talking about. It's just not, and you loved listening to them because they were all so passionate. Really, they were all so passionate about their job, and that's actually a point, not only passionate about their job, but passionate about teaching and about talking about what they do, and also, teaching you, really teaching you things. For them, it was really important for you to like, get out of class and be like, yeah, I learned a lot. And maybe it was like a lot of stuff, like in that moment, it was just like a lot, and you were like, whoa, my head is gonna explode. But then, I learned so much. I could talk about everything I learned for hours, really hours. I learned so much, and I'm so grateful and thankful for everything, to every teacher. One teacher also invited me and like the class, but like only me and my friends went to a YouTuber event where there are also met like French YouTubers, that was really fun. And they were just, I don't know, it was really, the atmosphere there was wonderful, and that makes you feel so good. And if you have nice and kind people there, and I mean also like obviously my classmates or course mates, whatever, were amazing. I love them so much, and I think that I learned a lot from each and every one. We were all so different, and okay, especially like my two girls that I met there, that I'm so thankful for meeting. Like really, like I'm gonna cry right now because I'm like, we bonded so much in only 3 weeks, and it's like really crazy. But okay. But also the other girls who were there, like it was so interesting to meet all of them and to get to know so many different people and their experiences and their goals in life, or maybe what they have already achieved. So it was super inspiring to meet each and every one of them. So thank you so much also for being so open, and really, and yeah. And now I'm already thanking people, so obviously, I'm so thankful to my parents who gave me the chance to actually take the course. And yeah, it's just, I'm so happy. And I mean, I'm thinking about doing my master there, but there's like other reasons why I probably won't, or like pretty surely won't do my master there. But it's not about the school. Like, the school is amazing, and I was so inspired, and I came back and I was like, yeah, I really want to do this. I really want to work in fashion, and I want to do what I'm good at, and what I love and what I'm passionate about. So yeah, but I know I'll find my way no matter where I do my master, because I mean, if you really want to do something, and if you put all your heart into it, then you'll actually achieve that. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. So yeah, school experience was awesome, and then I told you about these two girls I met. I mean, also other two girls that I was pretty close to, but like these two girls, one from Russia and one half American, half Finnish. We lived in the same house, like apart hotel. So we spent a lot of time together, and we really experienced Paris, and I think Paris in September is just magical. I think it's the best time of the year. I mean, I've been to Paris before, but I think that was like really the best time because it was so warm, but also like it felt like autumn, and the colors were beautiful, and the lights, and just everything. I fell in love with the city, I guess. I mean, I like the first time I went to Paris, I didn't like it, and then I liked it more and more. But now I really fell in love with it. I don't think actually I want to live there, but I must say, for an artist or for a creative person, it's awesome because, as I wrote on my blog, and as one teacher told me, and I mean, I could see that. Is that you're actually like being an artist is a job there. I mean, you're taken really seriously. It's not like oh, he's an artist, blah 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 blah, or he's a creative and blah blah blah. But you get paid your money, and you're very respected as an artist. So that's a thing I really like, and that's a thing you can see in the whole city. And yeah, we just had a lot of fun. We drank so much wine, ate so much cheese, and I mean, of course, we already also went clubbing, and went a little sightseeing, and went to the Fondation Louis Vuitton. That was really nice, even though there wasn't an exhibition. But yeah, I practiced my French. Actually, I really practiced it. I really tried in every restaurant to speak French, and in one restaurant I even talked to like an old man, and I could like really talk to him. So that was really like, that really made me feel good. But yeah, I mean, I'm still not like that fluent, but one day maybe. And yeah, so that's what we did. I mean, of course, I went shopping, but I didn't really shop a lot, but I bought like really nice pieces, and maybe I'll do a video about that. I don't know. I was thinking about filming another video after this, but the weather is like, it's like so dark. It got so dark so quickly, and I have the ring light on, but I feel like this video is gonna be super dark, so I'm sorry for that. But yeah. And oh, I got new tattoos. I got 3 new tattoos. One of them is this one. The other ones you can see right now. So that was cool. And one of the girls got her first tattoo. I mean, her first 3 tattoos, because she got 3 tattoos at a time, but they were their first. We went to Moulin Rouge. I have to say, a little disappointing. It was a great night, and it was fun, and it was okay. Like the stage was beautiful, and the costumes, and I loved that. But like the dancing was like maybe it was me, because I was expecting like real burlesque, like real, like with their thingies here, and like, but yeah, they were like naked, so it wasn't as classy as I hoped it. I was hoping, but it was still fun. And the champagne tasted like apple juice, like Apfelsaftschorle in German. It's like apple juice with sparkling water. That's what it tasted like seriously. But other than that, it was fun. I mean, I was with the girls, so it was fun. And yeah, of course we had great food. And for example, I don't know, of course we went to l'Avenue, but that's like, but it was still nice because we were outside and the sun was shining, so that was nice. La Maison, I don't know if it's La Maison de Truffe or La Maison de la Truffe, I don't know, but it's like a whole truffle restaurant, so that was really cool. Then my parents were there one weekend, so we went to the, like, it's kind of like, it's Nobu, but it's called differently, like it's from the same guy, but I think it's his first name and not, I don't know. But that was really nice. We had like a whole menu, like of, well, obviously like Asian, Japanese food, but it was super yummy. And what else? I mean, a lot of nice restaurants. With my boyfriend, I went to a really cute little Italian place, and yeah, I mean, I ate so much, I can't even tell you. We went out for lunch and dinner every day. Spent so much money on food. That's why I didn't shop a lot, because I spent all my money on food. So that's one thing you have to be aware of if you live in Paris, that you will spend a lot of money on food. But I mean, it was amazing, and it was just 3 weeks. I mean, I'm sure that if you live there, you don't go out as much, but yeah, so I guess that's pretty much it. If you watched this video until this point, I'm really proud of you, because I mean, I couldn't even listen to myself for over 40 minutes. I guess it's 40, I mean, my camera says 40 minutes, but I don't know, but yeah. But as like, you know, just to wrap it up, it was an amazing experience. Again, I am so thankful for it. I am super thankful for it. I'm so happy I got this opportunity, and not only uni wise, but also, you know, to live there and to meet these people. And I think it taught me a lot, and it also taught me a lot as a person. I was so homesick, but yeah, it was just an amazing experience. I'm just really happy I had the opportunity, and that I took it. And I mean, maybe one day I will do another short course there. I think that's something, yeah, I really want to do. And yeah, I'm really excited about going back to Paris now, and see it again as more of a tourist. I guess then I will be like half a tourist. I don't even know. Maybe one day Paris will become like London for me. You know, I always see London as like my third home, kind of. My first home being here, my second one in Italy, and like London my third home, because I just love being there. And yeah, still dreaming about an apartment in Notting Hill. But yeah. Okay, so thank you for watching, you guys. I hope this video was hopeful. I hope maybe if you're, as I said, if you are thinking about going to Marangoni, either in Paris or somewhere else, I can only recommend it. And I hope that the video kind of helped you maybe to get to know the school a little better. Maybe if you had some doubts, maybe I could, you know, tell you a bit about it. And if you have more questions, of course, I will be happy to answer them down below in the comment section. And yeah, now I wish you all either a great day or a great night, or whatever, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you next time. Bye.